one of our free boot camp that is essentially teaching you how to use our system to get the results that you want in your business. And when I say the results you want in your business, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know what your core business is, and maybe your core business is just working with us, and that's perfectly okay if it is. But most of the members actually here in the Empower Network do have some kind of a core back-end business, whether it's a top-tier type company where they're selling very expensive packages for high profit margins, or whether they're building more of a long-term residual-based income through a network marketing type model, or whether they sell coaching. Most people already have a business when they come here. And so I want to speak to you guys. I also want to speak to you guys who are just marketing this as your core company. All right? And I'm going to teach you how to build an empire with it. I'm going to teach you what I've done. I'm going to teach you what Dave Sharp has done. And I'm going to walk you through what our top leaders are doing. I'm going to introduce you to some of our top leaders. And each day of this boot camp, of this workshop, if you will, is going to have some assignments. It's going to have some things I'm going to recommend that you purchase. Okay, you say, Dave, are you going to recommend that I purchase every day? Well, for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 days, absolutely, because I have no compunction about telling you to buy certain things in your business that are going to help you get the results that you want. When I first got started, I was broke. I lived in a van. I was homeless. And my wife went to work so that I could buy the things that I needed. I borrowed money from my parents. I borrowed money from family. And you know what? I made money and I paid them all back because I've discovered that people that are serious about business, they're willing to invest in their future. They're willing to invest in their education. So I have no compunction. If you don't want to buy the stuff, then, take my advice or leave it. I'm just going to tell you the bare bones minimum of what I believe that you need to succeed in your business. Okay? So first thing that I'm going to assume that you've done is I'm going to assume that you've already purchased the Empower Network viral blogging system. Now, if you haven't, this is our core product line. I'm going to be speaking about each of our products and what value they have and where you need them in your business as we go through this series. And so you can go ahead and buy them all now. You can kind of buy them as we go through the series. I'm going to recommend some additional marketing tools and resources that you could pick up from whoever your referring affiliate is here. We believe in giving credit where credit is due. And so if I tell you to purchase something that you need, go ahead and go back to your referring affiliate and get those resources from them, and I'll teach you exactly what it is that you do need to get. And each day we're also planning on having a manual. Now, if there's not a manual right now, okay, it's because I'm making the videos and having the manuals written kind of simultaneously. So if the videos get done first, there won't be a manual for that day until maybe a week or two later. And if there's, day number 1 and it takes 5 days to get day number 2, well, don't worry about it so much because we're going to treat this as kind of a progression of events and we're going to take things step by step, okay? And so if one thing comes before the other and it's supposed to come later, don't even worry about it here because these concepts, they're going to universally apply. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It's what I've used in multiple businesses, in multiple industries, in multiple niches to do millions of dollars in product sales. It's how Dave and I did millions of dollars in sales. Our first 56 days in the Empower Network, we crossed the $2 million in commission payout threshold here, folks, and that is huge in this industry. This is going to be step-by-step, an exact breakdown, an exact walkthrough, exact strategy of how you can do the exact same thing in your business. I'm going to give you all the further, deeper educational resources and tools if you're really serious that you can buy in order to learn these concepts at a more advanced level. All right? So what am I going to teach you today? Well, what I'm going to teach you today is what's called the 8 core commitments of a serious marketer, okay? Now, over the next 5, 6, 7, 8 days, I have no idea how long this series is going to go. It's going to go until I'm through the concept, okay? But over the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, or however long it is, maybe it's an eternal boot camp, right? I'm going to actually break down for you strategically, step by simple step, strategy by simple strategy, these 8 core commitments. These are the foundation of everything that I do online. And some of you are going to hear these, you're going to say, oh, Dave, come on. I'm telling you something, though. These are the core of how to succeed. How do I know this? Well, I got online. I actually developed these 8 core concepts on my own, all right? I applied them to other things, and it worked. Here's some of the results that I've been able to produce. I've personally enrolled. Now, this is paid affiliates. See, not all affiliates are paid. Not all affiliates here in the Empower Network are paid. Some people choose to qualify things through other routes than paying. I encourage you to always buy what you sell because it's my personal belief system. But you don't have to if you don't choose, okay? But I have recruited these paid affiliates into different network marketing companies, into different opportunities. This is not including just pure product sales that I've done, which is dramatically higher than this. Over 4,000 people. 4,000. Okay, some of these companies are $500 buy-ins, some of them $1,000 buy-ins, some of them are $50 a month, some $25 a month, like our core blogging system. Folks, I've recruited over 4,000 individuals in the last 2.5 years using these strategies. I have done, check this out now, in my businesses, I've only been online 2.5 years, started out of a van, $4.5 million in product sales. Now, this is all between the different affiliate opportunities, different affiliate companies I've done, organizations I've built, things like this. It actually might be closer to 5.5. I'm not counting one of them because I don't know the actual stats. 4.5 million. I've generated over 200,000 leads, none of which I paid for out of my own pocket. Zero I paid for out of my own pocket. I've developed 4 websites that have been the top 30,000 websites on the internet. 2 of those websites have been in the top 20,000. One of those websites has been in the top 700, which of course the website that you're on right now, the Empower Network. The Empower Network has shot in even the top 500 at times, and I believe that this site will eventually be in the top 50 websites on the internet. And I've done this all through these 8 core strategies. But here's the important thing: I live the lifestyle. And I actually live the dream. I don't do this to brag about anything. I show people this, the place I live, the view I have, this in a green screen, this is where I live. I show them this to show them what's possible. Because I believe that if we're talking about the dream, if we're talking about the lifestyle, that if we're making the money, we should actually live the dream. Right? Most people, when they start succeeding, you know what they do? They just go after more success and they ignore why they were doing the success. And then eventually they burn out, they're on their 3rd, 4th wife, you know, and they have no happiness in their life. Well, I believe in having happiness and having peace, in having balance in your family. So a lot of these 8 steps has to do with having balance and actually living your dream lifestyle. Our motto here at the Empower Network is build a business and have a life at the same time. So when I talk about these 8 steps, what am I going to outline to you? I'm going to outline for the part-time person. Now, if you're full-time, what you want to do is you want to take these strategies, you want to take these concepts, you want to take this coaching into your business. And what you do is you want to apply them and just scale it out. So rather than doing it 2 or 3 hours a day, now I'm going to go off of a 3-hour per day model through this entire boot camp, and I'm including in that time for education. 1 hour for education daily and 2 hours for marketing is what I'm going to encourage you to do. Every day. How long? For the next year. Now, most people can't commit for a year. So what am I going to encourage you to do? I'm going to encourage you to commit to 3 hours a day for the next 90 days minimum, right, to give this a fair shot. Is that fair with you? Okay, so if we could take those strategies in common. Now, if you're full-time, what do? Well, you just multiply it out. Multiply it by 3. So do 8 to 10 hours a day every day for at least the next 90 days if you're full-time. Now, as a warning, if you're full-time, some people go full-time way too early, and they don't have the tenacity to make it work. If you want to be full-time in your business, you've got to be willing to do whatever it takes for the next 3 months to get this off the ground, or you're going to be very frustrated, you're going to have financial problems, and you're going to have to go get a job rescue mission to go get a job, to get you paid peanuts to get your life back on track. I'm just warning you, I've seen people do it again and again. Lawrence Tam came in here, he did it part-time, he's still part-time, and he's making more than all of our full-time people, all right? And there's a reason for that. It's because the strategy works. All right, so we got the foundation. What are you going to do? You are going to do, I'm going to encourage you 3 hours per day for the next 90 days. Now you say, Dave, I'm not willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, I'm going to tell you something. It's not very likely you're ever going to make serious money. If you just want part-time money, now it could be here at the Empower Network, it could be in other businesses, it could be in other opportunities, it could be part-time doing party plans at night, it could be selling affiliate products, it could be selling coaching. You want to do very part-time and make a relatively smaller amount of money. That's okay, you can do that. But if you're serious, if you want to take things to a whole new level, I'm going to recommend 3 hours per day, 5 days a week. You can take the weekends off if you choose, right, for at least the next 90 days. Can you commit to that with me? Now, I don't care if it's here. If you take these concepts I teach you here and you apply them anywhere, it might be difficult other places. You might make way less money other places. You might not have good sales conversions other places. You might have to build it from scratch in other places. But if you take these concepts, you apply them anywhere, you will be able to make money in any business you choose. Fair? All right. So let's go into this. Now, what are the 8 core commitments? The 8 core commitments are the foundational keys to building a business on the internet. What's core commitment number 1? You have to have a way to get paid directly. Now, what I'm going to encourage you to do is to get a merchant account. Now, this is not possible all over the world. So, number 1, merchant account. Some people are like, gosh, I have bad credit. I don't know if I can get one. Trust me, folks, you can get a merchant account if you just shop around, if you really try to show yourself to banks. Internationally, it's a little bit more difficult. They're not as interested in lower-tier merchants. So, it might be more difficult if you live overseas to get a merchant account. You might have to use, something like PayPal, AlertPay, any one of the other payment methods that we have. We're actually working at our own solution here at the Empower Network. It might be built by the time you see this video, so it'll be in the manual. And if it's not built, it won't be in there. All right. So we're going to work on that. But you say, Dave, a merchant account? Why a merchant account? Well, because you want to take your own fees from your customers, and you want to pay your own fees to the banks. And you want to be responsible for your own business. Why? Well, you want to be responsible for your business because you'll make more money if you are. Does that make sense to you? See, here's what happens. If I have to take your customers' payments and then I have to cut you a check, there's a fee for me taking the payments. I have to hire customer service to cut a check and an accounting department, and I have to hire a tax department. And then I've got to actually mail you a check, so it takes a while to come. Then I have to charge you for, let's say a customer wants to refund or something like that, and so I have to deduct money out of the check that I pay you, and I have to take a profit for that because I have to hire another department for that. There has to be profit for me as a business owner if I'm taking your money. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is to use our proprietary payment method and get your own merchant account where you take payments from your customers directly. Why? It's the only way possible to earn 100% commissions. Trust me on this, and we have more in the manual. There's much more. If you've purchased the Viral Blogging System, we have 8 videos that walk through these 8 steps, and then I'm going to walk you through the advanced level strategies for free in the next few days. I'm going to tell you where to go for resources for super advanced strategies too. In that first video, in the 8 core steps in your Fast Start training, when you purchase the $25 Viral Blogging System, I teach you how to get a merchant account. If you're in the United States, we have a relationship with this to help you to get it. But even if you don't get it through us, okay, we have multiple payment gateways installed into our system. We don't have everything, so ask customer service if you want to do something different before you go back there and get a merchant account that's not integrated with our system. But trust me, get your own merchant account. What does that allow you to do? It allows you to use our payment pages in our system without setting it up, just by putting a little code in there that you get with the merchant. It's totally easy to set up, right? And when you get paid, you actually get paid because your customers are actually depositing money into your merchant account. There's like a 2 to 3 day float time, and then it actually deposits into your bank account. That's core commitment number 1, is to take payments directly. Take payments directly, core commitment number 1. This is the core commitments. What are they again? Of leaders in the online marketing space. Not of grinders, not of people that are making $200 a month struggling all day and night. This is what the big guys do. They all get merchant accounts. So what do you got to do to get a merchant account? You got to be a responsible merchant. You got to be a responsible business owner. There ain't no hosing around when you got a merchant account. Why? Because you're actually responsible for your customers, right? So we want to teach you to be responsible here. Core commitment number 1, get paid through a merchant account. What's core commitment number 2? Blog daily. Blog daily. You say, Dave, blog daily? I don't want to blog daily. Folks, it's a 2 to 3 hour habit, actually 3 hours a day because it's including education for the next 90 days minimum. Then you can reduce it down to 2. We're going to show you how to compress time even further, or you could expand it. Maybe you want to go full time in 90 days. All right? You got to blog every day, 7 days a week. You say, Dave, I got religious, obligations on Sunday. Well, for heaven's sakes, if you're a religious person, you're spiritual, get on your blog. We'll give you a blog for the $25 Empower Network blogging system, right? We give you a full platform. I'm going to talk about the value of community blogging when we get into actually the next video. All right, but here's the reality, folks. Blog daily. Why do you want to blog daily, folks? Because this is all I've done to get all of my traffic ever. Okay? It's blog daily. That's all I've done, right? Blogging creates traffic. I'm going to get to why in the next video. But for now, trust me, just do it every day. So you say, Dave, I'm religious. I got to take Sundays off. Well, cool. Blog about God on Sundays. Right? Isn't that a good thing? Right? I don't care what you blog about, right? You say, Dave, I don't like God. Well, blog about how you're an atheist on Sundays. I don't care what you blog about, right? We're going to teach you what to do through the videos. And trust me, you'll get better. Just do it daily. Rob Four, great friend of mine, great leader here at the Empower Network. He's been blogging every day for 14 years. It's why he's one of the top earners in every company he joins, one of the top earners here. All right, blog daily. All right, now, here's the tricky one, right? Remember, the core commitments, this isn't for cheerleaders, this isn't for people out there making a little bit. This is for people who want to make lots of money in multiple businesses, in multiple opportunities, selling multiple lines of products, selling our line of products if they choose, or another line if you so choose. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. I'm encourage you to market daily. Market daily, all right? Now, you say, Dave, what do you mean by that? That's vague. Well, it is vague because I'm going to advance this out as we go through this series. These are the core commitments, and part of being a core commitment is being flexible, right? Because we want to teach you how to build any business you choose through any marketing modality you choose, and we don't want you to be fixed in anything. We don't want you to feel like there's only one way. Yes, you got to blog daily. It's just a core thing. Everybody who makes a lot of money on the internet, they blog every day. You got to. And I'm going to teach you why you got to in the next video. All right? But here's the reality. You got to market daily. What does that mean? Here's what it means to me, and define it how you choose. It means smart business people take a minimum of 20% of their gross revenue before they spend it on other stuff. And what do? They reinvest it back into paid traffic. Now I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm also teach you some great resources we have to help you learn how to do that specifically here at the Empower Network. This is a science, it's a skill. But here's the key. They do this even if they don't know what to do with the money. Even if they don't know what to do. You say, Dave, isn't that wasting money? No, it ain't, folks, because the way you get good at marketing is by screwing up. So you say, well, okay, gotcha. What do I spend money on? Let me give you some ideas of what you'd spend that money on. Now, this isn't paying 20% to me. This isn't paying 20% to the Empower Network. This is investing 20% of your income back into your own business, even if it's not here, if it's somewhere else, before you spend it, because there's nothing that will increase your traffic, your leads, your abilities, right, and the income you're making faster than doing this. This is probably the most important business building activity that you can do, and if you don't do it, you will go broke over the long haul. There's a lot of reasons for this. Can't have time to get into it now. I'm going to break down this formula for you as we go through these videos, all right? You got to market daily. All right, now we teach you how to do this. Best places we teach you how to do this that we have available actually in our trainings are specifically the $15,000 per month formula, which is a 6-webinar series of extremely advanced paid strategies that we have in certain webinars in that series, and also the Costa Rica Mastermind Intensive product. Okay, so those two products are actually going to have high-level additional strategies, all right, and you don't actually even have to buy the blogging system to buy those two products, although we encourage you to buy everything here if you're serious about your future, you're serious about your business. We'll show you exactly why it's a good idea to have all of our core products here and the different education that's in each of them, but those two specific products have incredible resources for paid traffic. But here's the reality. If you reinvest 20% back into your business, you can literally just double your income, all right? And I'm going to show you how in this video. Now, is that a promise of income? No promises of income are made here ever, because the only money you're going to make are on your own hard work, your own effort, your own skills, right? And you got to work hard, you got to learn, you got to have the desire, you got to be willing to do it, right? And then you can learn. All right, so gross revenue, reinvest back into paid traffic means you make $1,000, reinvest $200. Now, do we force you to do this? Do we track it? Do we keep an eye on you? Do we make you feel guilty if you don't? Folks, come on here. This is your business. Do it or not do it. If you want to spend that on ice cream cones, spend it on whatever you want. All right? Number 4. Right? Now, I always get these out of order here. New member coaching. All right? Now, this is something that I'm going to encourage you to do. Now, do you have to do it? No, you don't have to do it. And as your business expands, you might not be able to do it with everybody. Right? And the reason is because I'm going to actually encourage you, when you get a new member in the Empower Network, a paid member, that you actually talk to them and welcome them to the team and make sure they get through the right resources and just connect with them. Now, you don't even have to. We teach you exactly what to say. We teach you how to do this in the new member coaching in the affiliate back office, all right? But if you're selling to a customer, or you recruit an affiliate who buys the product, or you recruit a customer who buys the product, and you want to upgrade them to an affiliate, any mix of that, we want to encourage you to just connect. Now you say, Dave, what do I say? Here's what I'm going to teach you. It don't matter what you say. What matters is that you say something. Say something, right? That you call, you connect with them. Here's why. If you do nothing more than just connect simply with these guys on the phone, nothing more than that. And you don't have to do it for everyone. We're not going to, none of these are going to be your arm twisting. Now, I'm going to encourage you to do this, folks, even if you're not selling here at the Empower Network. If you're selling something else, do a new member coaching with everyone. Why? Because your biggest money will come from those who trust you. Your biggest